On a cold, foggy evening, a man named Samuel drove down a desolate road through the woods. His headlights barely cut through the thick mist that curled like tendrils around his car. The GPS on his phone flickered and died, leaving him lost in the labyrinth of trees. Frustrated and tired, Samuel noticed a faint glow ahead. As he drove closer, he saw it was an old gas station, the kind you'd expect to see in a horror movie. Rusted pumps, a sagging roof, and a single dim light above the door. Desperate for directions, Samuel pulled in. The place seemed abandoned, yet the door creaked open as he approached. Inside, the air smelled musty, and the shelves were lined with dusty cans and cobwebs. Behind the counter sat an old man, his face wrinkled and pale, with eyes that seemed too black, like deep pools of ink. "Lost, are ya?" the man asked in a raspy voice. Samuel nodded. "Yeah, APS died. Can you tell me how to get back to the highway?" The old man grinned, revealing jagged, yellow teeth. "You can't get there from here, but there's another road, just up the way. Take it, but be careful. It's been a long time since anyone came back from it." Unnerved, but with no other options, Samuel thanked the man and left. He followed the old man's directions and found the road, a narrow dirt path snaking deeper into the woods. The fog thickened as Samuel drove, and strange shadows flitted between the trees. His headlights began to flicker, and suddenly, the car sputtered and died. Silence swallowed the forest. Samuel stepped out. The only sound was the crunch of leaves under his feet. He popped the hood, but couldn't see anything wrong. Then he heard a soft, distant sound, like whispering voices carried by the wind. He turned, scanning the trees, but saw nothing. The whispering grew loud, more distinct, until it felt like the voices were all around him. Panicking, Samuel grabbed his phone, hoping for a signal, but the screen showed only static. Then, something moved in the corner of his eye. He turned just in time to see a figure dart behind a tree pale, gaunt, with eyes as black as the old man's. Heart pounding, Samuel jumped back into his car, slamming the door shut. But the whispering didn't stop. It grew louder, closer, until it was right outside his window. Slowly, he turned to look. Pressing against the glass was a pale face, with wide, black eyes and a twisted grin. In the darkness of the car, the whispering voice said, "You should have stayed on the road." The figure vanished, but the whispering continued, now inside the car. And then, the lights went out.